Thank you, Linda, so much. I appreciate it. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Not a problem. Thanks, Linda, so much for the introductions. And if you're on the webinar, like Linda said earlier, there's a little bit of a delay. And I just wanted to also thank you, Linda, for moderating these calls for us through the week. It's been great and working with you. And I could see that a lot of people did just jump on the webinar too. So this is perfect timing. My name is John Rakatan. I'm out of Cleveland, Ohio, and I will say it's the balmy Cleveland, Ohio, because we've gone above 9 degrees, and I think we hit 40 today, and snow's melting. I was in shorts today, Linda. I'm ready for the spring. I'm tired of winter, and I said to my family, you know what? It's warm enough to wear shorts, so I'm wearing shorts today. I'm tired. I'm just absolutely tired of the cold weather that's been crushing the Northeast, in the north part of Ohio. And I know I want to talk to you a little bit about that, about spring. What is a spring in life? Everybody goes through seasons. If you read a lot of books out there, you've heard seasons in business, seasons in your lifestyle, but what I want to talk about today is just, what are the seasons that we go through? Everyone gets excited. I can hear the newer birds, the robins and the blue jays now out, they're back, and different, sounds from the spring, and the air smells different. Things are different in the spring, and it makes you excited. It makes you feel different, where you're excited about, your future and the warm weather coming and being able to go outside. We have that here. If you're from the South, I know, like Ty Day, I heard you on the call. I know you're in Florida. You guys always have nice weather, right? So, it's a little bit different. My family's in South Carolina. They were complaining the other day because it was 32 degrees, and I was telling them it was 9. So, that's life. But what I want to talk to you about is, consumer choice marketing, and what this could do for you, how it can become the next spring in your life. Okay. And what do you want to control? A lot of people don't really know, and I'm not going to sit here and get on a soapbox. And sometimes people have to be spoken harshly to, or they have to be spoken to it directly, because they don't realize what their situation is in life. And I just want to tell you, if you're not working for yourself, then you're working for somebody else's dream. Okay. I know that's a very popular saying out there, but it's a fact. If you're not working, for your future, for your retirement, and you're just getting by and things, then you got to break free from that. You got to set yourself in pace, and you have to have a great product to do that. The economy has changed here drastically. We all know that. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it's this person's fault or that person's fault. It's a fact. Right now, middle class jobs are disappearing like crazy because of two things. And one is technology, and the other is automation. And you cannot reverse that. You don't get those jobs back. And I'm talking about, from the 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 to $70,000 a year jobs are disappearing. And, these are the ones where, if you don't have a high education, you're going to be hurting. And that's why we want to show you a viable means to supplement, to go out there. I started as a warehouse person, working for Cisco Foods. If you go online, you'll know my story. It's everywhere. But in 2.5 years, I was able to retire from a 30-year job, okay, at 48 years old, 48 and a half years old, and do CCM. That's not happening out there in a lot of people's lives, because they're the products that they're either marketing or selling, or what they're trying to do something from home. It just doesn't work because they're not necessities. I do not have to sit here and tell you that electric and gas, or electric and natural gas, is a product that you need. You need it. Okay, everyone's got to have it. I don't have to sell it to you. So I'm going to hit the presentation. What do you control? Your house, your home, your business. What is being in control of your life? All right. About our company. Our company is launched in 2008, right around, I think it was May, and I joined in October of 2008. And I want to keep going back to that, because I'm going to reference a few things that happened in 2008 that are still carrying out today. Okay. It's pretty amazing. Over 20 years of compliant energy experience in our company, 100% debt free, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, a 90% customer retention rate. There's two major factors in business if you're selling anything that you have to have. Number one is customer retention, and customer satisfaction. If they don't come first in your business, you're in the wrong business, okay? If you're selling anything, if the customers aren't number one, if they don't feel like they're number one, they're going to go somewhere else. Bottom line, iControl Energy, I'm going to talk about that in the second part of the presentation, launched in June of last year. We have three emerging opportunities: energy deregulation, home automation, and direct selling. The first opportunity is energy deregulation. Real simply, back in the day before energy deregulation, you had the power plant that went out there and made energy, right? Electric and natural gas. They sold it to the local utility or the local electric company on the display here, and then they sold it to you. There really wasn't any competition to draw pricing down. Now, suppliers have gotten between the local utility and the power plants to pass energy through the local utility at a discount to you because of what? Competition. They purchase it. As a matter of fact, one of our national directors, Kurt McGraw, posted an article in the CCM Nation page on Facebook about AEP, and what that's saying is, primarily in simplicity, it's saying that AEP, which is a billion-dollar energy company that's in the middle of Ohio, is going to assign a company to you. Okay, it's the end. It's called an SCO, where they're selling off, and they're going to assign someone to you. So you might as well get locked in that market right now. That's happening all over the nation right now. There's about 36 states that are deregulated. Competition came in. The state legislature opened up that state for whatever. It could be just natural gas. It might be natural gas commercial. It might be both. It might be electricity and gas. It depends on what that state had opened up, and we're in most of those states. Okay, so what I want to say is that we have not a company that's owned by a supplier. We are a broker, so we broker for 12 plus suppliers out there. The biggest one in the nation right now is Direct Energy. Okay, Constellation's number two, and IGS Energy in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. That company is the number one privately held company. They're in our Ohio Valley here. We do a lot of business with them. They have a great relationship with us. These guys buy energy companies. Okay, all these guys are insiders. These are three of the biggest. But what do we cover across the country? Now, a lot of companies out there, they say they're in 16 states, but they're in two local utilities. Well, folks, we're in 35 states plus DC, 217 local utilities. I mean, we're spreading right now into the East Coast. There's a brand new team that came on board, and we're opening up new markets for them there because we're starting to get what's known as demand, right? And we're working with a lot of these suppliers, as you see here. But what does it do? It gives us a position to help the consumer get the best pricing, not to be, not to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not to be under the thumb of a company that's forcing a pricing down your throat. We want to make sure that we have options for our consumers, and we want to make sure that these suppliers know that if they mess up, we're moving our customers. We're putting them somewhere else. We're taking them to another supplier that wants to care for them, because a lot of suppliers out there aren't that great. That these guys that we brought on board with us, they're A plus rated at the BBB. These guys have just impeccable customer service, which is critical. And I'll talk about that as I go through these next few slides. What do we cover? 13% of the little piece of pie right there is residential. We also cover the 79, which is commercial. Our company, which is called Consumer Choice Marketing, is the company that spawned out of Options Utility Consulting. Option Utility Consulting was Doug Teskey's baby. This is where he wrote over $100 million in business by himself with this division, and thus they were a commercial company before they did anything in the residential or in the home-based business market. He came together, put everything underneath the CCM umbrella. We have Options Utility Consulting as our go-to guys, our go-to brokers out there that help us, close companies, and I'll talk about that here, as we go along. But most companies fight over that 13% piece of the pie, and that's not where the big money is. Yes, we do that. The big money is on the 79%, where there's hundreds of billions of dollars out there sitting in energy, and as markets open, moving out to the west, right? Moving out to the northwest, as new states come online, it gives us a larger opportunity out there. Commercial Assistance Program. This is the division that Options Utility Consulting is. And what this is, and I had a guy ask me today, how hard really is it? Well, it's up to you, I say. It's up to you. How many companies do you want to walk into today? How many people do you know? How many companies does your family work at? How many places have you worked at in the last 10 years that you still know somebody on the inside that's a decision maker? All right, the example I'm going to use is I always use this on my webinars is a Chick-fil-A I walked into a few years ago, and I saw the manager in the back, and I said to the guy, "Hey, Joe, I don't know if I can help you or not. My name's John Rakatan. I'm a non-biased utility broker. All right, I'm not here to quote pricing to you, but if you go get me last month's utility bill, I have a division that will do a free analysis, a free proposal for you to see if you're being overcharged." Joe got up, went and got the bill. I came into my back office. I submitted the information off that bill. I sent it to the CCM CAP team, which is number two. Number three, they go and research the suppliers in that market, the pricing in that market. They get the best deal at that time from the suppliers we have for that market and that customer. They also then prepare a proposal. They call that person, send them an email, get that information in front of that person. They close the deal for you. Number five, number six, you get paid in 2 years or 1 year or 3 years or 5 years when that contract's up. 6 months before that, this same division is finding another what? Another contract for them. Okay, you're still going to get paid. Once you bring us a customer, we never take that customer from you. Aren't you tired of building something and have it taken from you? Imagine building a book of business and energy where people need this product. They have to pay it weekly, they have to pay it monthly, right? And they're using it, just completely habitually. They don't even know they're using it half the time, right? That's what you're getting paid on. I love it. It's that simple. Now, here's one of our analysis. I'm just going to show you one today. I'm not going to go through a lot. I usually show a lot, but I want to get through this webinar. You can do that with the person that brought you to the call. This is an egg farm. This is from chicks to hens, which means there's incubation. We get paid 1 mil per kilowatt, which is 0.001 cents. The broker that closed this was through one of our national directors out of Columbus, Ohio, Danny Piper's team. 22 million kilowatts pays 22,000 a year. Now, folks, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, not everybody's going to find a 22 million kilowatt account, but we have people that have submitted multiple bills that have reached 20 and 30 million kilowatts. Okay, that's a lot. All right, that's a lot. But what's wonderful about this is that broker makes $22,000. And with our compensation plan, our proprietary compensation plan, which is a wonderful direct selling hybrid, right? You're going to see 11,000 more dollars being paid out to the sales team leadership. That's to the person that brought this person in, and that's to the regional director, executive director, until 50% matching bonus on the $22,000 is exhausted. You see, the person that brought this account to Consumer Choice Marketing gets the lion's share. This isn't a 2-up or a 3-up or it passes to the guy that's all the way at the top. That's not how this works here. This is a true business model that is working with a broker and pays the people, over 60, 70% of the income coming into the business. I love this. This is a great example of what our company does for our brokers. Our second opportunity is home automation. Be in control even when you're away from home, managing your home with your smartphone, okay, with your smartphone. It's efficient, cost-effective, and convenient. By using our system, which is our thermostat that's in part of this kit we call the hack. This thermostat's rated #1 on Consumer Reports. There is nobody even close to being #2 because of the ease and simplicity as to use this. It's like turning a little mini iPad sideways on your wall and having this product sitting there memorizing the things that you input it and also your business, your lifestyle, right? So by this product lowering or this thermostat lowering your thermostat or raising it 5 degrees, you're going to be able to save over 23% a month in energy. This is without a discount. This is without a discount. And the same product has a business solution up to 17,000 square foot buildings, which is pretty much everyone in a strip mall or in your neighborhood. Imagine that, not just getting paid on in a state like I'm in Ohio. So Ohio has electric and gas deregulated, but imagine getting paid on all three products from one account. So we're showing you how to go out there and become efficient with just one customer, not just hoping this customer comes on board with us. What I love about it too is that you're getting these real-time updates. You're in control of your thermostat from anywhere. You can set your temperature plan. You can have what we call these incredible scenes where you can make it look like you walk from the garage through the house and went upstairs with the lights going off. It also cuts off the energy drainers, the gaming consoles, the cable boxes, and so on. And you can also get intruder alerts, which is nice to have, obviously, when you're upstairs or in your bedroom and you're sleeping, correct? So we love this product. This is something that we're spearheading now in all 50 states. It actually allows us to say that we have a true energy savings opportunity in all 50 states in US. We have the hack, that's what it's called. It comes in a box like that. It has the mobile app, the color touch thermostat, the Wi-Fi key, two smart plugs, water leak detector, which allows you have to check with your insurance company, but when you have a water leak detector in the basement, it helps get a reduction in your home insurance, plus a smart way hub, and obviously security's coming, which you'll be able to plug into this. Now, here's the problem, guys. All these systems out there cost, any have a 2 year to 3 year contract. They cost anywhere from $1,400 to $2,200 on that product. There's installation. There's a monthly fee of $39 to $57. How about no installation fees, no activation fee? The monthly fee being only $9.95. You see, you're paying $9.95 for the app. Okay, that works on your smartphone. So you get paid for the sell of the home automation kit, $50, and you get 10% on the app every month. If a person doesn't want to use the app, that's fine. They don't have to use the app. Then they're not going to have the home automation stuff. They're just going to be able to use their thermostat. But what I love about it, to put this hack in their house or home automation kit, it's only $3.99. That's our second opportunity. Works along with all energy consumers out there. And we wanted to use this because not only do we want to be in a position of selling energy and getting paid on what a company uses or a customer uses, we want to help them save it too. Everybody's going into efficiency now, and this is absolutely a lifestyle product. It controls climate, lighting, security, and energy. Third opportunity is direct selling. Direct selling is going out there and leveraging, customers and leveraging a team, right, through traditional sales approach or team building. We do two things. We enroll customers and we build a team. I always say that we are customer gatherers, and we go out there and we recruit customer gatherers. So that's what we do. It's very simple. There's only two ways to earn income here at Consumer Choice Marketing. Very simple. When you come on board with us, it's $199. I'm going to show that at the end, but it's $199 to get into the business, okay? And it's $24.95 a month. Now, let me show you how we're going to get that back to you immediately. Immediately. You see, we want to see and put value in our company so that when you come here, all right, if we were just giving this away for free and you want to try to become a broker online, try to go do that right now and see what it would cost. It costs $199 here. If you just bring us two customers, already your website counts as one. With just two customers, you're going to get $100. You add seven more, that's $200. With the incentive we have running this month, okay, that's a total of 10. It's going to be $400. So did I say it was $199 to get in? You help us get 10 customers, that's $400. We have a business model we call 2 and 10, do it again. Get two brokers, 10 customers, and watch what happens. You create your own story moving forward. So when someone comes to you and says, yeah, I tried one of those things, look at them and say, hey, I didn't try it. I got involved and I did it. I'm tired of hearing people say they tried that or they tried this, because everyone is different. People told me they tried energy. It's never going to work. All right. It retired me. It retired me, and it made me one of the top money earners in this company. And it happened accidentally. All right. So if you can just go out there, roll up your sleeves, and do the work, it's going to help you. It's going to change your life. Building your team. This is the 2 and 10 I told you. With just bringing two brokers in, you make 50 and 50. But with this month's incentive, you get another $200 bonus. So you're looking at $400 for 10, $300 for two brokers. You're making $700, folks, on the front end. If you go out there and get us 25 customers, obviously you're going to get paid on those, but we're also going to erase the $24.95. It wouldn't take it away from you. So you're working for nothing. It doesn't matter what level in the company you are. You can be an independent broker like these people are, or a national director, right? Now, you get promoted when you have two people on your team or two brokers that get customer qualified with three customers. You're promoted to managing broker. Now you're going to see infinite levels kick in where you're making money off of sales teams. No longer are you just making 10% off the first two people you bring in. Now you got a 100% increase on matching bonuses of 20%. So you're getting 20% off the next two people you bring to the company or brokers, $75 per broker plus $25 to infinity. When those two first sales teams, it doesn't matter how it happens, any combination, they grow to 12, you become a regional director. And guys, I want to tell you something. Regional director is a position in our company which is where really the money kicks in. You can ask anybody that's hit the power play bonuses, super power play. I'm going to talk about that in a second. It's huge. But watch this. No longer are you making 10 or 20% off of your salespeople. Now it's been raised to 30%. And what does that mean? 30%, 10%, 20%. That's on all the energy that they're marketing. What if it was the egg farm? Would you mind getting even a 10% on $22,000? Or a 20 or a 30%? Just do some of the math with me here, folks. This should keep you up tonight, okay? Because this type of matching bonuses over a whole code pays through infinity. It doesn't exhaust 3 cents down 70 levels. We're not going to do that to you. We're going to have you match true people with a true brokerage in their home. 10%, 20%, 30%. But watch this. You bring us a couple brokers as a regional director, now it all changes. $100 up front, 50s and 25s to infinity. And every time your team, not you, every time your team grows by 12, you get $1,000 bonus. When it grows by 50, a 5,000. Two executive directors that are our brothers up in Michigan just hit the 5,000 super power play and the $1,000 check today. Okay, because their team grew by 50 and then another 12. It's what they're doing. There's no time limit. You see, this can happen daily, weekly, monthly, or annually over and over, and it does. This is wonderful. This is what separates us from a lot of the other companies out there because no longer are we paying you for what you just started, right? But we're paying for what those teams are starting. And it's a wonderful, wonderful bonus. And there's a lot of other bonuses I'm not talking about. These are the basics. Here's our promotion levels: IB, managing broker, regional director, executive director, national director. You can make up to 50% matching bonus. Somebody told me the other day, that's no big deal. I said to him, Friday on payday, when you get paid, look at everyone in your office or your company and imagine getting a 50% matching check on that. If that isn't detailed explanation, then I can't help you because there isn't anyone out there doing it because they deal in on the small pieces of the pie. They deal on the auto ships of products that people don't need. They deal on products that we feel aren't necessities. So imagine this: you're getting a 50% matching bonus on what? A necessity product. You want to know what our auto ship is here? Our auto ship, okay, our customers paying their bills. That's our auto ship, not forcing somebody to buy something they don't need or forcing somebody to buy a technology that they don't need that becomes obsolete next year. We are marketing products they need. They need them and they just need a great price and they need to be educated so that they're a lifetime customer. You see, folks, what I love about our company is we have a 75% closing ratio and over a 90% retention rate, as you saw in the beginning of the slide. When you put the retention with a closing ratio, with the customer satisfaction, you have a book of business that you build once, just once. Remember, I told you I was going to bring up 2008? Well, back in 2008, my first couple brokers and myself put about 50 some customers in, right? I think it was 54. I'm still getting paid on 53 of the 54. Imagine that. Imagine doing work 6.5 years ago and still getting paid on it. The book can only increase. That's our promotions level. What do we provide? A true 50 state energy opportunity, a way to make money from these services. We have an immediate income opportunity, true savings opportunity to your customers, a true savings opportunity. We're not here just to ask them for their bill, just to get a bill, to get qualified and hit bonuses. We're going to make sure that we give them an option that's going to save them money long term, right? All the help and support that you need. So what does it cost? Like I said earlier, $199. If you join tonight and you want the home automation kit, it's discounted $50. It's plus $349. Okay, so that's $199 plus $349. If you just want to be a broker, it's $199. Come on board. bring us two customers, another seven puts you at 400. You have all your money back. So what I want to say is, which one are you? Are you an A? Are you a B? Or are you a C? If you're an A tonight, get back with the person that brought you to this webinar and to this call and say, hey, I'm all in. Where do I sign? As a matter of fact, you're probably already calling them. You're probably already off the phone, right? So if you're a B, you're saying to us right now, right now I like what I see, but I have some questions. Get those questions answered. Get on the phone with the person that brought you here. Have them call me. I'll talk to you tonight. We'll go through some of the things that I've seen. I've seen everything. I've heard every question about our company. There's nothing that we can't answer or solve for you. Okay. And right now, this may not be for you a C, but we'd like to have you as a customer. Okay. We like to help you save money on your energy bill. So that's what we're talking about here. So all I want to say is thank you. I'm going to turn the call line back to Linda, and everybody make sure you get back with the person that brought you here. Let them know you at least made the webinar or you made the call tonight. Okay, do that for them because this is a true business for us and also for them. Okay, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.